Ready, fight!
What's up, nerds? Welcome back to the Munch Bros in the Nerdverse. Live yet again on YouTube and Instagram. I'm Ryan, and joining me, like always, is Kristin and James. How are you all?
Hello.
I'm doing well.
Doing well.
Hope you all are too.
Yeah. If anyone who hasn't listened to us before is coming in on this episode, random episode, we are a podcast that talks about all things nerd, some life things, beer, food, comic books, all that stuff.
Big true.
Big true. The big TRUE. So, we like to have fun here. It's a little dead here with you guys. Fucking quiet and shit. They're so well trained.
I said big true, man.
Big true.
Leave me alone.
I will leave you alone. It's fall. Fall jokes are bad.
Yeah. Fall jokes.
I could use a drink.
Yeah, me too.
So, I'm going to crack open these Modelos. We all have Modelos tonight. We're not doing a beer review. But we're gonna drink some cerveza. So, that's what I got. Cheers to the Munch Bros. Right, Mia? There you go.
Maybe
Got you.
Be a little bit plebs tonight.
For some reason, Modelo Especial always just hits me in all the right ways.
It hits the spot. No, we could show this to Thomas.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Raiders. Raiders on the can. Inaugural season Las Vegas 2020. Well, I didn't buy it because of that. I bought it because I wanted cerveza.
Right?
But I think Kristin has something for us as well. And I don't know if I'm excited about this or not.
I'm not. I'm 100% not.
Hello. It is time for Dumpster Shots with Kristin.
Dumpster shots again. What was it last week? Rum barrel aged whiskey tequila or some shit?
Tequila
It was
aged
nuts.
whiskey, I don't know.
Like, it was gross.
Well, we're going another clear this week.
Another clear.
Is it going to be bad?
It's going to be
But
Everclear.
It's basic vodka.
Oh, gross.
So this one
Basic
is
vodka.
for you.
God, James is already basic as fuck. You gonna make it worse?
Bitter
For
vodka flavor.
you. And it is 80 proof vodka.
80 proof.
80 proof, so
Basic ass 80 proof.
basic ass vodka.
Oh, God. Well, can you undo this for me while I hold this? This is gonna be awful.
Is it because
I've got I'm not a chaser person, but if I had a chaser, Modelo
Or Celsius.
and Celsius energy drink are not the ones to be chasing shit from vodka.
why vodka?
Right?
Why?
We have to do a vodka at least once.
God, it's because she talked to her sister today, and her sister loves vodka.
Well, it was either that or
Or-
Seagram's watermelon vodka.
I would have been okay with that,
I
actually.
would prefer that.
Okay, but I guess that's the whole point of Dumpster Shots with Kristin,
From the dumpster.
is that she finds them in the dumpster. No, we're kidding.
You don't know
But
that.
this is probably going to taste like straight dumpster. Like dumpster fire right here. So, fuck it, I'm getting it done with. Oh, God. Alright, you go for it. Oh, you loved it, didn't you? She's fucking, that was gross. It wasn't that harsh, but it's the flavor. I hate the flavor of vodka. Oh, you heard that? Did you?
I lived with my sister who drank
Oh,
vodka to me.
Yeah, you cleaned your teeth with that one. Oh,
That was 100% awful.
awful.
I used to live with my sister who drank vodka, so guess what I drank? Vodka.
Vodka and Fireball.
You were so lucky I did not get any Fireball.
Fireball's awful.
They have Fireball dumpster shots, and I was like,
If you drink Fireball still, I'm judging you right now. I'm sorry. That was a trend, and it's over with.
Does anybody feel it in their chest yet?
I feel like I have some hairs on my chest.
Ooh.
Chesticle hairs.
Oh, don't look at those.
How was your guys' week?
Well, my week was interesting. My work week wasn't bad. I thought Logus McBrogus, he started coughing really bad, and I know it's season change, but I'd rather be, safe than sorry. And
Making sure the boy doesn't have the COVID.
Right. So I took him to get a COVID test on Friday.
Which he fucking lucked out.
Oh, that motherfucker lucked out.
They don't go up the nose anymore.
They go inside the nostril. I remember when they went up and scratched the back of my fucking brain.
They did that to our baby, who wasn't even 1 at the time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
Oh, I had to hold her down. That sucked.
Yeah.
And right now, Logus McBrogus is quarantined into his room with video games, and you drop off the food at his fucking doorstep. There you go.
He is a 12-year-old living the life right now.
Yeah.
He's gotten pizza. He's playing video games all day just because he can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So this kid's loving his life right now.
Yeah, it just sucks because I can't go back to work until the tests come back, and it's 2 to 7 days, and I can't afford to miss work. And it sucks because they're talking about maybe we're going to shut down before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because of the governor.
Well, the thing is like the governor told us that it is a voluntary shelter in place.
Yeah.
Don't go out unless you have to.
Well, guess what that means, kids? That means everybody's going to not do what he says.
Yeah, nobody's going to listen to that shit.
Also, he did get the COVID.
Yeah. Then he gets it.
My dad. Oh, and it's my dad's birthday today.
Happy birthday, Dad.
We're going to hopefully use one of his Yoda-isms.
He's got Yoda clips that we might put on here somewhere.
Yeah. But other than that, I got a day off. Got to spend it with Monkey. Logus McBrogus was in his room most of the time, but I gotta hang out with Monkey. I watched Frozen 2 like 5 billion times.
You hung out with us.
I guess. I don't like you guys.
Yeah, we don't like you either.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't like me either.
No. He's kind of a weird looking
But your
dude.
hair's fantastic.
Oh, did you?
I wonder who did it.
Yeah, I wonder.
I wonder. She's probably a twat.
I just learned that word today. It is awful.
I can say only the first part of the word. It's a twat and a
Cunt.
There it is.
It's a twat.
A
So
twat.
if you want to be mean without people knowing what you're gonna say, you say you're such a twat,
And then they look at you like, what?
and then you're just like, yeah, you're a twat.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like my kind of humor. My kind of humor is like, you guys know my favorite word, right? It starts with an F, ends with UCK.
Yeah.
Fire truck.
Fire truck.
Oh my God! Look, we all have a little bit left, and I'm gonna take one for the team.
That's all you. You have fun.
Hold on, let's see how they all.
You have fun with that one.
I will.
But like I said earlier, there's no weekly chug tonight. We're just drinking Modelo tonight. Tallies for everybody.
This week I got new pre-workout that it lasts forever after the workout. I'm still kind of warm right now.
Yeah.
Is your body tingling with the warmness?
Oh yes.
Tingle.
And delight.
Tingle with the warmness.
It might.
With Munch Crew's little nerd.
Okay.
It might also be the vodka.
Oh.
Let's not be too hasty here.
Okay, when there's like a little drop and you drink that and it tastes like rubbing alcohol.
That was your fault for doing that.
It is.
I know waste alcohol. Do you not know who I am?
Yes, I know. You would Zamboni it off a table.
And I have. And I
That's
have.
disgusting.
Probably a bar top, too.
Oh, that's even more
It's even
disgusting.
worse. Don't you know I'm dirty? Like,
That's real dirty.
I'm gross.
But like I said, no weekly chug tonight. Drinking beers, had some shots. But I do have a question for both of y'all. And that is, because Lois wants one.
Ugh.
Is it socially acceptable to give your kid a mullet?
What are we, rednecks?
Well, I mean, we can't redneck shame here.
That is
But
true.
maybe?
That's true. We can't redneck shame here. But the thing about it is that, like, I don't know. Is it Is it socially acceptable? Is it something that would get them picked on in high school? Do you think?
I don't know.
Actually, you know what? I think like in elementary school and middle school, people are like, oh, you have a weird haircut. But I think in high school, they're going to be like, well, that's a redneck motherfucker. Or like, that guy, you know, is probably white trash or anything. So yeah, they could probably be made fun of. Or they can be the coolest fucking person in the world. Like, because I actually went to high school with a dude who had a mullet. And everyone freaking loved him.
Yeah.
So it's like, it can go either way. Like, it just depends on how your circle of friends are.
I think it more depends on how you are as a person. If you are a person who's very like bright and happy and like always like, ooh, let's do it, let's do this, yeah, we can do that, then I think you can pull off any haircut and everybody will love you no matter what.
Yeah.
But then if you're somebody who's a mope or somebody who's
awkward
or isn't like the most popular person at school, then they're going to look at you like, oh, look, this weirdo, like, and it's awful.
Well, it also depends on the type of mullet. The one that Logus McBrogus wants, it's after one of his favorite YouTubers.
Yeah, he likes laser beam.
Oh.
Name dropping.
Okay, we can name drop.
I don't care.
Yeah.
What's he gonna do? Give me money?
Please give me money.
Mr. like $2 million a year for playing video games.
But yeah.
Give me money.
Yeah, but Logan wants that kind of.
Yeah, it's
haircut.
like a. Okay, let's see. Let's put it so people don't know laser beam. So basically, it's almost like a Zangief's hair in Street Fighter.
Zangief.
It's a really thick mohawk that's kind of, but like goes all the way to the very back. So it looks like a mullet, even though it's really kind of more of a mohawk, but it's very thick. It's not like, you know,
Zangief back
James's hair. It's more like his is. No, look this way. His is like that. His would be like this, like big. It'd be almost like Tom said. It's just like the.
So where?
It's like just the sides are cut like here and down, and then everything else is there.
So you see where James is balding right there? That's where it goes.
Damn! Damn! How dare you?
How dare you?
I love you.
She straight up was like, look at him balding.
No, I'm just.
That's great.
Okay. All right.
We can get you some of that.
I got you, fam.
We can get you some of that 80s spray on hair.
Oh my god, we'll totally get this. Speaking of how it works, what was it? 10 Things I Hate About You. He's sitting there watching it. He goes, huh. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
They're spraying on the fucking hair.
So.
Ew, why?
Back to the topic. Is it socially acceptable? Like, yeah, for him as a kid, I think you could pull it off. As, you know, a kid can get away with so much more than, you know, a young adult or an adult or an older person. Oh my god, I'd love to see an older person with a mullet. Like, super old.
There's plenty of places that you can find that. Trust and believe.
I think it's really contextual what hairstyle your kids should be allowed to have at any given age. Because, like, let's say Logus does go to school with a mullet and gets beat up. Or if he goes to school with a mullet and like gets 10 phone numbers, like
oh, the bitches be like, "Hey, I like your hair."
It's really differing.
6th graders to you are very weird.
I'm talking. He's not gonna get a mullet until like he goes into high school.
We'll see if we decide it's okay, then maybe he'll get one next week.
So I'm not.
He doesn't have long enough hair.
I'm not a parenting expert. I'm not a parent, and I'm not going to tell you how to parent. But
How dare you?
If it were,
Jack is your child.
If that's true. If it were my human child,
you just give Jack a mullet.
Right.
There it is.
I'm gonna give Jack a mullet.
Oh my god, I would love to see that.
I don't even know how that would work on you.
Okay, so you cut just everything down here and keep all of
Okay.
This is
Dog mullets. That should be for another show.
Anyway, where was I on that?
You weren't telling us how to parent.
Yeah, I'm not telling you how to parent, but honestly, you should always have a conversation with your kids. That's how I would do it. You should always have a conversation with your kids, you know, about expectations, reasonable and unreasonable.
Yeah.
With the haircut. Because, like, if he wants a mullet and you found out from him that it's totally in style and he'll fit in for doing that. Why not? What's the harm in it?
Right?
He always wants to fit in.
What do you think about that? You're the mom. I know you hate this idea. But me...
Okay, so...
Wait, but me as the instigator of being the dad, I'm like, let's go. You're doing social distance learning. You don't have to worry about school.
Okay.
Like, I would have been that kid who would be like, Mom, can I have purple hair? I'm not going to go to school. Like, we're on computer. And then they can't tell you can't have it.
Okay, so my big thing is I find it ugly. I find it so unattractive. I think it is a very hillbilly, redneck type of bullshit. Like, that's just my opinion. And I will always have that opinion. But now that our son is 12, he's starting to make his own decisions. And I have to kind of let him learn from his decisions. And it's going to crash and burn. I'm sorry.
Not to mention, Rad Dad would love it.
Oh my god, my dad would fucking hate it. But you know what? Both my sisters would freaking love it. They would be like, you know, Penny Lane used to have
a mullet herself.
No. She had a air freshener, and it said "party" in the back, and it was a fucking just a head with a mullet on it. She is so into mullets, and I know she'd be like, yes. But no,
She only likes mullets if there's a Dixie cup with it.
That is true. But seriously,
What the hell is wrong with her?
She's a special one.
Okay, so the best question is to start with, what's not wrong with her? Because that's a shorter list.
Sorry. We love you, Penny Lane.
But no, my opinion, I don't think it's socially acceptable.
Socially acceptable.
That's just my opinion. I can't see my kid with a mullet because I just gonna want to cut it off and she's like, no.
So that's a no from you. It's a contextual for me. And how about you?
Me? Well, I mean, I guess it depends on what kind of mullet you're getting. If you're getting straight up rat tail mullet, no. Fuck that shit. I grew up in the 80s, so did you. That was popular up until like 95.
Yeah.
And then I still see him every once in a while. But like, it's awful. But it depends. Are you going to get a 90-10 where you're completely bald up top and long in the back? You know, there's a bunch of different styles. But I think the one he has, to me, doesn't seem like a mullet. It's just like, hey, my hair's long up top and it's a thick mohawk. He wouldn't style it, so it just like, it's like what scene kids used to have these.
Mohawk and rat tail, is that what you're doing?
It's basically all one. It's like how Laserbeam plays. It's like he has curly long hair, and yeah, it's not like the worst thing, but yeah, it's definitely not pretty, and I'm gonna admit that.
I'm sorry.
I'm skeptical.
It's just ugly as fuck. It will always be ugly as fuck to me, and I can't. I used to like date the emo scene kids too. You know, with the long hair over the face. It's like I used to find that attractive, and now I'm like, wow, you're fucking ugly. Like, I love Ryan's hair now. I love the shave with the top, and it's very slick and neat, and I love it.
I'm a classy hoe. What can I say?
Oh no, you are the classiest of hoes.
Ha!
Big true.
Big true.
Big true.
Big true. Well, so it sounds like Locust is getting one. Yeah!
Oh, yeah!
Why? I don't want him to have one.
He's gonna have one. It's
He's
gonna be
one.
great.
Okay, well his hair grows like fucking weeds.
All right, let's see. Locust McBrogus has had pink hair. What other color?
Blonde.
Blonde. That was before he got pink.
He's
Didn't he have like green?
No,
blue?
No, I've never given him. Pink was it was the first time I bleached and dyed his hair was when it was that fuchsia pink.
Yeah, but
Next
since
year,
he's had pink hair that was for summertime. We let him color his hair in summertime because he's not in school.
Mommy bleaches his hair.
And his mom bleaches hair.
Yeah.
She did James's and hers, and he's doing social distance learning because they really tell him you can't come to class on his computer.
As of right now, Logan's not going to even go back to school. Like, it ain't going to happen.
Logis will, and but yeah, I think a mullet's in his future. If he's gonna be crazy, then let him get his mullet out, and then he'll never want one again.
That's why I think
true.
like him dyeing his hair now, he's gonna do it now, and then like be like, oh, you know what, I did it when I was a kid. See, I never did this when I was a kid, so I was like, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, that's why you go ham, because nobody else nobody lets you do what you want to do with your hair.
And it's fucking gorgeous.
He's had pink hair. The kid picked to have pink hair. I was like, go for it, bro. Be like NoFX and just enjoy.
He talked about, Mom, do you want to do a checkerboard on me? I'm like, that's going to be hard, but I'll try.
I would totally love a checkerboard.
To be fair, what you should do in response to this awkward request is you should start a scrapbook and take a picture every time he wants a haircut that you think is going to look stupid in 20
Oh my
years.
god, and I can show his wife or girlfriend. Oh, that is a fantastic idea.
It's the ugly haircut scrapbook.
Just let him know, you know what? I'm going to be proud of this. Every moment that you get a stupid haircut, I'm going to be proud of that. You know what? I love you. Child, I love you so much. And so that, and never tell him, so that when he brings his girlfriend,
I'm like, oh,
look at all these haircuts.
Do you really want to date this child? Look at his hair.
I supported him through every single one of these.
Oh my god, okay,
You're going to have to support him through these ideas.
Okay, so that is a great idea because I do have him, a picture of him as blonde and a picture of him with the bright pink hair.
And we have a picture of James blonde.
That's the thing. You can be 100% supportive.
That's scary.
If anybody sees the picture of James completely blonde, I did his eyebrows as well, and I will tell you this: it is freaky as fuck because he looks like the best.
He looks like Christopher Lloyd from Roger Rabbit when he takes his hat off and goes.
I do.
He does.
I look like I'm coming to take you to Gulag.
Yeah.
Gulag.
For real.
Or take you to the dip.
Oh. That's horrible.
So yeah, I guess Logus needs to have a mullet just so we can put it in a scrapbook that we're gonna make.
Okay,
To embarrass him with.
I will be okay with that because if I can embarrass him with his fucking future girlfriends and be like, oh my god, look at his baby pictures, look at him butt ass naked in the tub, and then oh my god, look at him with his ugly ass mullet.
But you gotta understand. you gotta understand. This is embarrassment. That's an investment.
Oh,
it's a time sink.
It's an investment, embarrassment, opportunity.
Oh god.
We must spend money for this.
Right.
Be like, hey, we're about to go get special portrait photos. They'd be like, why? Why do we do this every time I change my hair? Well,
Because it's fantastic.
This is the
your wife
perspective.
thanks me because she inherits this book.
She gets it and then she shares it with her children.
So conclusion is, I guess, that if this thing will turn around, sorry, battling the camera, that Logus McBrogus is going to get a mullet, and there will be pictures of this. So, 12-year-old mullets, got to start him young, I guess.
Right.
He has to
13, he'll be drinking PBR. No, I'm just kidding.
Gross.
It was a joke. What?
He has to grow his hair out just a tiny bit longer because I just shaved his head.
Yeah, we definitely have to, but we can start it off and just keep cutting it and cutting it and cutting it and cutting it
Until
and cutting it.
Until it's most embarrassing.
Most embarrassing.
The most embarrassments.
So, okay, well then I guess we've all got a unanimous yes on the mullet.
You know
The
how
mullet
excited
child.
he's going to be when we tell him, oh, you're going to have a mullet. He's going to be like, yes!
Yes!
Yes.
I'm gonna be like laser beam.
Now he just needs to get out his quarantine.
Get out of it, we can touch you, child.
Not only
Oh,
with that hair.
not only are you getting this mullet, I'm taking a picture of every single angle of it just for you. You know, to keep it for posterity.
Ooh, let's make it worse. Let's make to make it a mullet, but put a lightning bolt on the side of his head.
No. Don't do that.
You might as well just put PBR on the side.
Wow.
Or white trash or trailer
No.
trash.
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock.
My name is.
No, just on the side of it. No, just think of this. Just picture it now. On the side of his head, it's etched in, and it says "Ball with a ball."
Da-bang,
No.
da-bang.
No! No! Do not unleash this evil upon the world.
The world will end if you do that.
I think the world would end if we gave him a mullet and put "Ball with a ball" etched inside his head.
That would be awful.
You're going to open the gates of hell and Satan's going to rise up and go, fuck you! Da-bang, da-bang!
He's like, I think this is too sacrilegious, and I'm the Satan guy. All right.
I'm Lucifer!
And you know what's funny is if I told him that and I showed him that song, because I don't even think he knows that song because he's so young, and that he would be like, "Okay, Dad, I'm down."
No.
Lord Roscoe says you should see Riff Raff's mullet. Is Riff Raff?
I don't know.
I think he's a rapper.
Yeah, he has like.
He's got like a trash mullet.
Yeah, it's one of those mullets that has this like there's a razor look on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I think I've seen it now.
It's like a crazy fade mullet.
Yeah, it's probably an expensive mullet. What do you think?
I don't know.
Want to go get it professionally done for him?
Well,
$300.
I do shave the back of my head, and if I just did the sides right here, it would be a backwards mullet.
Yeah, you could have a girlet.
Well, like,
do you know? What do you think? Okay, I want to see the look on your face. You make the face that I think the hairdresser would make. So if you go into a barber and you tell them, my son wants a mullet, what do you think they would do? How they'd look? Just like, oh no, really? You're gonna pay me to give this haircut?
I would actually take him to our niece.
Oh yeah,
Haley.
But
I would take.
I don't know. Does she know how to do mullets? I think if he lived in town, I'd take him to my brother who's learning how to do haircut. Devin, like he's doing fades and everything. Like
maybe they just do it for the pleasure of like actually, making a stupid haircut, not having to worry about.
It's like those evil tattoo artists.
Stupid either way.
No, it's like those evil tattoo artists. Every time they're like, "Oh, I'm making a tramp stamp."
No. We would have to do it ourselves to make it botched as fuck.
Look how fucking basic.
I'm not trying to botch my son's haircut.
No.
I just think it would be funny to do it. I think I can do it. I'm gonna do it.
Get it nicely done.
Yeah.
And be real supportive of it. Take a bunch of pictures just for this.
I can't even.
Posterity.
You can't even. Well, I mean, that's I guess we got yes. So it's happening. But now do we have nerd news? I think James does.
I do. Apparently, the guy who played Lucifer in Constantine confirmed that they are working on a Constantine sequel.
Nice.
And
like it's Keanu Reeves one.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Now, the information that I have is basically it's yellow light. I don't. It's not like 100,000% true.
Yeah.
But you can piece together that it's going to happen.
Oh, it has to. I mean, Keanu Reeves is at the top of his career. Why not?
Keanu Reeves has also said that he would be...
There's no beer ratings tonight there, Kristin.
He would be willing to sign back on if they present him with a...
Keanu?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, so I enjoyed Keanu Reeves.
But did you like the other guy?
Oh, fuck yeah. He was so much better because he actually did the voice in the cartoons.
Yeah, and that made it more of it, even though we love Keanu Reeves, obviously.
Well, I love the true to Hellblazer, guy, but the thing is that, like, that movie, I love that movie. It's got such...
It's such an underrated movie.
It's got such Catholic goth feel to it. Mm-hmm. It's great.
Oh yeah, everything was just really dark.
Yeah.
Like I love that. Like it was very evil feeling almost.
Mm-hmm. I think what I like is the fact that he used his tattoos to either vanquish the evil. Because remember he had the fucking
that was to cast out the darkness, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was some shit like that. But I did really enjoy that part where like he used the scriptures on his arms to just.
I think what's cool about Constantine also is they do very like almost sacrilegious things to make things work. Like I gotta summon a portal, let me cut my fucking wrist, use my blood, and then do a spell.
Well, that's
like crazy shit.
It's based on like catechism stuff or apocrypha stuff, right?
Yeah.
And that's an easy way of introducing like super deep lore because people accept it really quick. Like that's something that exists in real life. We have an analog for that, right? I don't need explanation. This is a Balrog coming up.
Yeah,
he's a Satan guy.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, the dude who plays Satan, or Lucifer, or like the devil in that series.
His name is David Starr.
Okay, well, guess what? he plays a really good bad guy, but I also love him in Armageddon. Russian part, American part, all made in Taiwan.
Yeah, that was my favorite part of Armageddon. Me and my dad died every single time we saw that.
Yeah,
we were just like, oh my god, all made in Taiwan, it's so fucking true.
But yeah, no, he's so diverse too. I like him as a bad guy because he can portray it so well, especially in Hansel and Gretel. He was good in that.
Yeah.
He was also good in. Oh God, he's just in a lot of movies, and I forget.
He plays a great bad guy, and he plays an equally great good guy in movies.
I really like how he was like so fucking annoyed at the end, like of Constantine, where he's like, "Yeah, what do you want?"
I just like it when he's like trying to drag him to hell and he can't.
He's like,
and Keanu Reeves is like, fuck you.
I'm going to the Matrix. See you later.
I'm going to the real Matrix up in heaven.
Fucking Lucifer, I'm gonna go see Morpheus.
I read all the lore and I broke the game.
Shut up.
So, I don't know. I'm excited for either or. I think what I like more about not Keanu Reeves, the other guy, I wish I forget his name, is that his portrayal of it, or how they made the show and the stand-ins, or special guest appearances that they put him in, that it made it feel more like a comic book.
Yeah.
The guy who did the live action, he actually was in Apocalypse War.
Yeah, he did voices. He
did
voices
all
for
of
DC. He voices DC's Constantine all the time.
My sister says hi.
Hi.
The live action Constantine show that he was in, the one that was like 1 season long, it was great.
Yeah, everybody loved it, and they didn't renew it.
Yeah, it had sort of a supernatural style feel to it.
Yeah. As I said, it feels like a comic book.
Lots of dark, but enough campy to make it, fun.
Yeah, if you watch Supernatural, doesn't Supernatural feel like you're watching a comic book?
Constantine makes one appearance in Supernatural.
Oh, nice. Yeah, they did cross over.
Mm-hmm.
They crossed over
one episode. One episode.
They cross over a lot of shit. I mean, dude, they crossed over with Scooby-Doo.
I haven't seen that episode yet.
Scooby-Natural was a real thing.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
it was all animated.
Hey, Sam, look at my shoulder and bring my mouth. Because Dean loves to eat. And just the fact that he was a cartoon character.
In Scooby-Doo, where they eat ridiculous amounts of food.
And he was like Shaggy and Scooby, where he just had like this huge sandwich in his mouth, and he was like, I'm sorry, I love Jason Atkins. He is fucking hot.
I feel like they kind of did what X-Files did with their show. It's just like they explored every single corner that they could.
And that's great, because it was fun. I hate, even though I love that show, I didn't watch all of it, just to let people know. But most of it I watched up, season 5 or 6, I think.
I watched up to season 11.
Well, what I liked about this show originally is, you had this like plot of, we got to find this. What was it? It was the devil, right?
Yeah.
No, the first one was the first.
No, not the first one. The whole idea was that the devil basically possesses
people.
Sam or whatever.
Yeah, possesses Dean.
Yeah, no, it's Sam.
No, Sam.
And the long-haired one.
And
he possesses them.
But Dean was sent to purgatory.
But the first season, or most of the season was, that happened, but we're gonna go hunt monsters.
Yeah, right.
That was awesome. When they started getting into the heaven and hell shit, I was like, this is a really good story, but I'm bored. And then when they went back to hunting monsters or ghosts and shit like that, that was awesome again.
Well, I like when they added Castiel, because Castiel is
Castiel was cool.
angel, and he, his story is very, complex, and it's very interesting.
And then their buddy who had the trucker hat, the old guy with the beard, who dies, and then I think he comes back, right?
No, he was a ghost.
He stays a ghost.
He was a ghost.
Yeah, I forgot his name, but
he doesn't say a ghost.
No,
Yeah, I didn't think so.
He crosses over because there he was a whole episode where he was a ghost and trying to help them. Fuck.
Yeah.
What was his Bobby
Bobby was a badass character.
Yeah,
I liked
Bobby
him.
was a great character.
He was the Alfred to them.
Yeah.
Basically for Batman.
You know what's great about Bobby is he was all like, suck it up, buttercup, and just fucking do it.
Right.
And I was like, yes!
It's a fucking monster. Go after it.
That's the hard ass guy.
Oh, you want to hear a fun fact about the end of Supernatural? They let
Spoilers.
they let Jensen Ackles keep the fucking car.
Yeah.
He got to keep the car,
Yeah,
which he said that
badass.
he like had so many great memories with it, and they were just gonna destroy it anyways, and he wanted it. So,
yeah, right.
Why?
Because they.
I'm just gonna destroy it. Put it in a fucking museum and charge an admission. People will come see it and come pay to sit in it.
But
come on.
True.
Well, the thing is I guess when like shows end, the characters and the cast can keep.
They keep something.
A thing.
Ooh, popcorn came up.
Oh, gross. Okay.
But
cats can keep something from the set.
And
Or show.
they actually offered the car to Jensen.
Yeah, because he
loved it.
He loved it. He loved it, and he was in it all the time, basically in the show.
And you know what's really great too is like I love the blooper reels on it, and he's in the car and he's like all like into it, and like I think it was one where he's singing "Eye of the Tiger" and he's in the car. He's like,
it comes up from the
Eye of the Tiger,
and he's lip syncing.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I love it.
He's always hungry. That was funny too.
He always eats.
The later seasons, they kind of interspersed that major storyline, and they went back to having a lot of like Monster of the Weeks.
I know. I love those. Those are great.
Those are great. They're throughout the series.
Honestly, I would be okay with if they wanted to come back for some. Just hear me out. If they wanted to bring Supernatural back, and we've seen all of what they had, and they end it, which is it already ended? I can't remember. Is it already ended? Or it's about to.
It's about to. This is the last season.
If they wanted to come back and be like, hey, we're just going to give you a bunch of episodes, but they don't tie together, and they're just going to hunt monsters, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd be really okay with it.
Well, you know, there's a lot of episodes where the brothers are not together, and sometimes they just focus on one. I would love to see the episodes where they focus on the other one. Like during this time, what was the other brother doing? I know they do it in few seasons where they like half the season they show what one brother's doing, and then the second half of the season they show what the other brother was doing.
But you just want answers for the ones they didn't do.
Yeah, exactly. Like the ones that they didn't do. Like good example is when Dean was in purgatory. They showed what Sam did. They showed bits and clips of what Dean did in purgatory.
Well, we want to see all of it.
I think it was like season. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. It's like
Supernatural purgatory cut.
It's like 5 or 6. It's like
30 more seasons.
It's like things like that. You know, Dean was in purgatory. Sam met a girl. Was really enthralled with her.
Kissed
Like
a girl, and he liked it.
But while Dean's trying to fight out of purgatory with a vampire, it's a whole bunch of bullshit. But it's like there's some seasons where you don't see what the other brother is doing. And I would like to just like maybe have like a few episodes like, oh, well, we're going to show you like what Castiel was actually doing during this, or what, you know, Dean was doing during this, or Ruby. Remember Ruby? She's a demon who transforms bodies. Yeah. And she's fantastic.
There's only so much you can squeeze out of a show before you get blood.
But those are two other shows right there. It's the Supernatural, the other guy cut. And then mine would be like an afterwards, like the whole story was shown, and now they're just badass guys that are like the Boondock Saints, but they're going after monsters.
Oh my god, what about a show?
They're just coming and capping fucking Draculas
and they're
shit.
technically immortal.
Like they're always together and they never get separated. They always just kick ass.
Do you want to know what you can do to make the show really boring? Supernatural, the cleanup.
The cleanup. This is a story that focuses on all the cleanup crews that clean up the blood and the monster ass. All over the ground.
All that bullshit they have to deal with. Like, why is there a dead person in the middle of the road? Oh, well, let's just clean it up. It's just the cleanup crew.
Maybe an FBI show, like following all these like monster cleanups that happen. Like, who are these two fellas in a hot rod going around and just shooting up town?
Oh no!
Crazy.
Blowing shit up.
Also decapitating people. Also, like throwing holy water.
Demonic shit.
Demonic bullshit.
And also,
I could just see the guys who are cleaning up going, I don't get fucking paid enough for this bullshit. The whole show is just that.
What
Make
the
a show
fuck?
out of that.
It'd be like the Golden Girls, but like a whole bunch of dudes that are just cleaning up body parts.
Oh my god! I still want that Golden Girl mask.
Yeah.
Hey guys, is this like arm a bit long for you?
You're right. It's weird. What is this? It's got claws and it's all hairy like a wolf, werewolf.
Yeah.
Would you think that one of them?
Okay.
If they're like, I wonder what that thing can do.
What can that do?
Damn, Baka.
That thing looks kind of hot. Just gonna say it.
Oh.
She might have
Like
shark
Supernatural necrophilia edition.
Little far, alright? I'll report you.
That's gross.
Oh.
We're going on a predator list somewhere
Oh.
for watching that show.
Oh my. How did we get so off topic?
Well, pretty much Constantine we're excited for. Supernatural was awesome, and they could make so much more if they really wanted to try to milk it.
Right.
But we were talking about DC, and there was some news I saw that I don't know if it's true or not. It's yellow light news, like you just said.
Yeah.
It's not really confirmed. It's confirmed by a couple people, but they're not. Excuse you.
Nope.
It's confirmed by some people that I'm like, are you really somebody I should listen to?
Right.
Like, I believe what people come up with. They may have an insight, but until something big that I can really justify it on says, hey, this is really happening, I'm not going to believe it. But supposedly there's a rumor, or a yellow light news, saying that DC has DC Comics, not movies, comics, has a new initiative they want to do called the 5G Initiative, to where basically they want to close down their printing presses and say, we're only going to do digital comics and we'll produce some trades here and there. Like,
no way.
we're not gonna make books anymore.
I don't think that's true, because you know how many people buy comic books just to have comic books?
The said story supposedly came from the guy who runs the publishing department at DC. Now, I haven't seen an interview. You can't prove it to me. I mean, I'm not gonna say Bleeding Cool is fucking with us, but maybe they are. And then there was other people too. Like, they're not the only ones. I'm just name dropping one.
I mean, because of modern politics, I kind of generally tend to drop anything unconfirmed about 5G off my list.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, because like so many people are just like, 5G will give you, brain alien parasites. Like, it doesn't work for me.
Yeah, but they're saying that the guy who runs the publishing department, I think his last name was Cyber, Sciver, said that after February they're going to just shut it down, and that Jim Lee is leaving and all that shit. So if that's true, that's fucking crazy.
Right.
Like, how are you gonna go to a comic book store? I mean, yes, there's lots of indie comics, there's Vertigo, there's Dark Horse, but to me, I'm sorry, I grew up since the 80s. There's Marvel and DC.
Right.
In my head, that's what I was raised on. That's all I've seen. I mean, I try indie comics all the time. Wow, if you can't hear that,
Oh, that's a fucking motorcycle.
there's a motorcycle outside that's going crazy. But like, to me, comic book stores are Marvel, DC. If you go to a comic book store, even though there's shit tons of indie comics, and I say, please buy indie comics, they are amazing stories. Murder Falcon, great example.
Mm-hmm.
Tank
Love
Girl.
that. That is
Tank Girl.
Murder Falcon. I'm going off on a tangent. Murder Falcon, one of the greatest stories, and made me fucking cry.
Mm-hmm.
And it was
Amazing
all about
artwork.
a metal band with amazing artwork. Daniel Warren Johnson.
Yes.
That dude is so good, and he just did the Wonder Woman Dead Earth.
Didn't he do
Dead Earth for DC, and it was beautiful.
Didn't he also get a hand in Metal Shark? Or no?
No, Metal Shark
Metal
Bro.
Shark Bro.
No, Metal Shark Bro was awesome too, but that
No,
was only
that-
a one shot, and no, that was not him.
Metal Shark Bro is awesome because
Look-
I have to read that still.
Logan
oh my god,
Rogus
it's
has
so good.
it. Logus has it. He can let you. I think I might have a copy. I just don't know where I put it.
Yeah.
But Metal Shark Bro is cool. It's about a shark who's basically eats people and plays bass in a band.
Ew, why does it gotta be based?
Murder Falcon is just an amazing story, and at the end, it's so sad that it even ends. But how it ends is beautiful, but it makes you fucking cry. But
My recommendation is The Wicked and the Divine.
The Wicked and Divine is a good indie comic.
I've read that.
But comic shops are mostly DC and Marvel.
Yeah, you walk in, you see DC and Marvel everywhere. It's not only just comic books; it's also all the toys, all the games. They're everywhere. Like, how often do you see an indie comic in like a half price bin at comic book shops? You don't really see that,
right?
Because there's usually so limited copies, and they never like get very valuable because nobody ever remembers them after they're there.
Also, another one that indie comic that you didn't talk about was Evil Ink comic.
Well, that's Evil Ink Comics. Yeah, that's the Coheed and Cambria comic book label.
No, it's Claudio Sanchez.
Claudio Sanchez, yeah, that's his, and he basically makes comic books based off of their albums. Was it?
Okay, so it's called the Armory Wars, and basically, if you listen to their albums, they all tell a story and they all intertwine with each other. Coheed and Cambria is actually a husband and wife who they are from a top, secret agency. They have to kill their children.
Yeah.
It's
in deep stuff.
Dude, it is fucking brutal. Their son survives after they kill 3 of their children. If you know the song The Crowing, it is actually a group of angels, and they watch over, and when they say burn your wings, it's an angel falling and their wings burn off.
Yeah.
Like, I have a few of the traits.
He basically does something that I think was great. He takes his stories and writes them around his albums, or his albums around his stories.
It's albums around the stories,
and
because
that's a great concept. So it's like, it almost makes me think, is all of Coheed's songs a concept album?
Yeah.
Because it's based off of a story.
It's a concept band.
Well, like, you have to realize, like, some of their albums, they have 3 songs that the beginning name is the same, like, they have, like, the same name, but it's 3 different versions of the song. Yeah. And it's really, really good.
Part 1, part 2, part 3.
Yeah.
I see.
And it's so good. Like, if anybody who knows me, like, I will proudly put this shit. Look, Coheed and Cambria.
She's got 2 of Coheed's symbols. She's gonna get more. She has other symbols than theirs. She's got the dragonfly, and then what's the symbol called?
It is for No Worlds for Tomorrow.
Is it like 3 worlds?
Okay, so what it is 3 planets, 3 moons, and it's basically all the worlds combining to create basically an apocalypse.
It's like a chaotic geometric shape. Kind of. It's pretty cool. With a bunch of circles and squares.
If you ever see the music video for Here We Are Juggernaut.
I love that song.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It shows it at the end. They show like the world basically coming to an end, and they show like planets and moons aligning to make the symbol that's on my arm.
I think that's my favorite song of theirs.
Here We Are Juggernaut.
Yeah.
That better be your second favorite song.
Well, I'm not talking about our song.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like a song I have to listen. But yeah, if DC left, like the comic books wouldn't be on the shelves, and then we have a bunch of. They wouldn't shut down their toy division. If the toys are happening, people are going to want to buy them.
Right.
So, what happens when a kid walks into a comic book store, if this happened, and is like, oh, who's this guy? Your dad says Batman. Oh, can I read about him? No.
Not ever.
Unless you have a tab, you want to read them online.
To me, that's
stupid.
not. To me, I think getting rid of like the actual paperback, like the actual comic books, because that's what we love to do. That's what we love to do. We love to go, especially Logus. Logus loves.
He is a 12-year-old who actually collects comic books.
He loves Shazam. He loves going to get the Shazam comic books.
And he wants all the ones that Dad doesn't let him read because they're too gory or adult. So he loves comics.
To me, I think that would be a bad move on DC. Yes,
but it's not DC's fault. Do you know why people are saying this? Because recently, but when COVID happened, a couple months after it was here in America, like full blown, March So it'd be in like April or May. They laid off like 20,000 people.
And that's so sad. A lot of people got
Like
laid
people
off.
who were there for like 30 plus years. But like they said they're trying to streamline it for something, and nobody ever got clear answers. And like that's what people start speculating. Oh, they're going to go out of business, which that's why I don't believe it. Because why would DC just stop making books? I mean, we got Future State coming out in January and February.
Oh, and we signed up for it.
We're getting every single book.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of points like saved up at maximum, so
Oh
I'll
my
just
God,
cash it in so
yeah.
we can get it for like $10.
Yeah, all of them for like $10.
But yeah, like it would be dumb. I don't think, like, what if a kid wanted to read Batman and they didn't have it, and like their parents were like, "Oh, you're not getting a cell phone," you know? So like you'd have toys and no comics, but then Marvel would be like, "We have everything. Come on over," you know?
Because
Like
Marvel's gonna cash in on everything.
I need DC to balance out the Marvel.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
sorry,
There's
Marvel.
so much Marvel.
Marvel does have gritty books
It's
here and
too
there,
campy.
but it's too campy in a lot of areas, and it's also too kid-friendly now.
Oh,
Like, I
love
need my
romance.
Batman gritty comics. I need my Black Labels now because they instilled that in me. I need like real world comics.
I mean, they gave us the Battlewing.
Yeah, the
The
first
Batwing.
appearance of the Batwing, Bruce Wayne's dick, just flopping out there in one panel. I was like, I need that book because that's the first appearance right there.
He eyed it hungrily.
That's okay.
The book itself.
The fat man who last bought that for me as like a present. So
Oh, the Fat
it
Man
was
has
so
bought
sweet
us
of him.
several things.
He came to visit us for a week, and he's like, I already got that order. It'll be here before I leave.
It was for your birthday,
And it was
remember?
awesome. You know,
No.
we've had classic books, like, of course, all the first appearances, but we had stuff like The Watchmen.
Mhm.
That was DC. That became huge. We got The Killing Joke, which that's fucking huge.
We
If you
just-
haven't read that,
We just recently read something.
yeah, we read the new one that's actually kind of like the conclusion to The Killing Joke. It's called The Three Jokers.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna go dude. That's too new for me to like spoil that.
Yeah,
So-
but it's so
but
good.
it's so good. It basically it goes into that there's actually three Jokers in Batman's world, and Batman just found this out. But he doesn't think that all of them are the actual Joker.
Right.
Like originally, people said when they heard about this, they thought, "Oh, there's gonna be a multiverse Joker." Three of them survived, and that's what's gonna be in the same universe.
Right, there's got to be one
But
authentic
he's like, oh, there's got to be just one. You know, there's one authentic one. We got to figure it out. But like, it's super gritty. You got Red Hood, you got Barbara Gordon, and it makes them relive their past with the Jokers. It made Barbara Gordon relive the Killing Joke when she got shot through the abdomen and it broke her spine, so she was
Remember,
paralyzed.
She was also raped.
Yeah, well, yeah, they insinuate that.
Yeah,
they didn't
they do.
show that, but they insinuate that.
It is.
Wasn't it an Alan Moore story?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
She 110% got raped.
Yep.
Um,
and that's so.
Not saying anything about Alan Moore. We're just saying
Alan
that
Moore just does not shy away from that sort of
he does
thing.
not shy away from real life things.
Oh.
That's why.
Side note. For the animated series, Mark Hamill was only going to come back as Joker if he did the Killing Joke.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
kind
it makes Jason Todd's that Red Hood have to come face to face with a Joker again when he got beaten by a crowbar and blown up in a fucking warehouse and was basically dead.
Yeah,
And he had to come back to that, and they even like bring it back up, like both of their situations.
And that's
Yeah, they're-
so fucked up.
the Jokers are all cruel in their own way.
There's the comedian, was it the gangster, and then another one. What was I forgot what the other one was.
There was the comedian,
Psychopath?
the criminal, and the psychopath.
There it is. Yeah, and
I win.
the comedian was my favorite. Like, he's basically like Golden Age Joker. Like, hey, here's my freaking flower with acid.
Like,
Oh, my favorite was the criminal.
Caesar Romero?
Well, yeah, the criminal was very based off of Heath Ledger. Yeah, kind of like Cesar Romero. Well, it was basically based off of how campy he was in the comic books.
Yeah.
But the
What
criminal
happened-
looked like Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, but the
Jack
scene.
Nicholson.
Okay, so the comic Joker that was in when Cesar Romero was basing his character off of
Mhm.
was very goofy because the CGC or not CGC, sorry,
Seriously.
the comic book authority code came in and was like, you can't have a murderous clown.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, okay, let's give him a gun. Oh, I'm going to shoot you. And then the bang flag.
Yeah, right.
Like, that was funny. So Cesar Romero kind of made it goofy off that, so that was cool.
I love Cesar
And
Romero.
I'm not shaving my mustache.
Yeah, right.
Man, that was great. So,
That took some balls.
yeah, and guess what? They wanted him so bad that didn't happen. But yeah, Three Jokers, I'd say go and read it. I'll guarantee you at the end of the third book, you'll be like, wow, this is amazing. And if you don't go into straight reading this first. You need to read Killing Joke first before you get into Three Jokers, because it's like the beginning. They go together.
If you're squeamish, then don't read Killing Joke.
Well, also you gotta read Killing Joke because it'll explain Barbara Gordon and the beginning of Three Jokers. The beginning of the story, and Three Jokers is the ending of the story, and then Death in the Family
as well.
So you can see what happened to Jason Todd.
Death in the Family was such a fucked up story.
It was good though. It's very wordy because it's back in the day when they used to use too much words in comic books.
What's it called? And I know you brought this up earlier, Ryan, but because I saw it too, how there was a fan-made clip, and it was Batman being the shit out of Jared Leto, but it's Jared Leto in Fight Club, and how he just beat the fuck out of him, and it's how basically after he kills Jason Todd, and Batman comes after him.
Yeah,
I would love to see that version.
I hope Zack Snyder makes that in the Snyder Cut. That's what everybody wants. That's why they keep posting this fan video.
Well,
but it would explain why the Joker has a grill basically.
Well, it is confirmed that Jared Leto's Joker will appear in the snack. Snack. I'm gonna call you Snack Snyder.
In the Snyder Cut.
In the whatever his fucking name is. Schneider.
Schnacker.
But he is going to be in that cut, and
they're filming more. They said they're gonna put him more in that.
Yeah.
Movie. And there's more Ray Fisher too, so that's good.
Yeah. I would really like to see if they kind of bring it up, because in Justice League they do show Jason Todd's Robin, ha ha ha, all over it.
Yeah.
And I would just like to see beforehand where Batman just beats the fuck out of Jared Leto.
See, and that's what that's what happened with a lot of the people that don't know the books. That why they hated this movie so much is, there's a lot of bad stuff for the people who do know the books, but they didn't explain why that suit was sprayed. Joss Whedon didn't keep that or film anything like that.
Joss Whedon cut out a bunch of shit.
No, he didn't cut out a lot of shit. He just didn't do it. He did his own take because it was only like
Joss Whedon, you suck.
A quarter of the way made, and he had to do the rest. Joss, Joss.
I said Josh.
Okay,
not Josh.
I said Josh.
Not Josh.
She can't say it. It's okay. It's okay. So basically, he needs to stick to Guardians of the Galaxy and not do the Justice League ever again. But he didn't film that. So you need to figure out, you need to show some kind of Robin going into a warehouse, it exploding basically, and then show Batman fighting him and beating the shit out of him.
Let me tell you.
And then show himself giving himself tattoos for a reason.
Right. The Three Jokers. There's three issues of it, and after the first one, you'll be like, well, how the fuck are they going to blow my mind after that? And after the second one, you're going to have that same question.
Yep. And the third one,
they do it.
Third one, you're like, holy shit! That's a great one. So that's what I had. That's a good little conversation. Did you have anything, Kristin?
So everybody knows, for Harry Potter fans, of course, Johnny Depp they say he left, but he was actually forced out. And stupid fucking Amber Heard is going to still be Mara. And
supposedly.
No, they confirmed it. It pisses me off, and I don't like that.
See.
No, she confirmed it on Instagram.
Johnny Depp as Mara.
Oh, anyways.
Johnny Depp as Mara.
There is a few rumors going around or in talks. One, fans want Colin Farrell to come back as Grindelwald. Remember, because he was in the first Fantastic Beasts, Grindelwald was disguised as Colin Farrell because he was more approachable, relatable. So people want Colin Farrell to come back. But then there was in talks of Mads Mikkelsen as replacing him as Grindelwald.
Which I'm okay with that. He
Which-
plays a good bad guy.
Oh, and you know what? Like, we've seen him in Doctor Strange, where he had like the glass eyes and everything.
Yeah, and he was also in
creepy as fuck.
Skyfall. I think it was Skyfall.
Yeah, it was Skyfall.
So
And
007
he,
Bond.
He cried
if you're
blood.
if you're a Bond villain, then you're definitely good at playing a villain.
Yeah.
But there's rumors going around about different people in talks of replacing Johnny Depp. I'm very pissed off. But the people who are making the new Pirates are trying to convince Johnny Depp to come back. So at least somebody
Good.
still wants him to work.
Yeah, to me,
But-
okay, yeah, there was a domestic abuse situation with
both of
these
them.
two, but
She was abused.
Yes, can you listen?
Yeah.
There's a domestic abuse situation. They both fucking hit each other and hurt each other. So you're both getting in trouble. It's not one-sided. I'm sorry.
But they went over. They favored her because she's the female. But guess what? Females can be abusive.
Didn't she
too.
end up hurting him worse than anything he did to her?
Oh yeah, she fucked him up.
Like,
Fucked
so
him up.
at least she can stand her ground. But I guess it all depends on who was the one who did something that caused that.
I'm sorry.
I've heard say that Johnny Depp has like a lot more evidence on her. Than
Oh
she
no,
has
he
on
does,
And
and
guess
they still
what?
favored her.
He is such a star. He needs to always have evidence on somebody because otherwise his career ends like that.
But the thing is because of this whole thing, they are pushing him out of the Fantastic Beasts series. But he shot one scene and got paid $40 million.
Yes,
There
he
you
got
go.
one scene
One scene
and
and
$40 million
fucking
bucks.
dollars.
Like, hey, I didn't have to do shit.
But
See you later.
but Amber Heard is still going to be in Aquaman 2.
Right.
And she's going to be in the whole fucking movie.
I
Fuck
feel
her.
like-
Sorry. I can't. Any of you. Okay, to me, and if you abuse anybody, I don't care if you're male, female, trans, whatever. If you're gonna hurt somebody physically and mentally, then you are a bad person.
Yes.
Straight
What did
up.
you have to say, James?
I feel like any role that Johnny Depp loses, they should have to cast Danny DeVito as that role.
I was gonna say Grindelwald. Wrong answers only. Go, Kristin.
As of characters,
Who's playing Grindelwald? Wrong answer. It's only.
oh my god,
Other than Danny DeVito,
no,
James.
I know. Oh, hold on.
Other than Danny DeVito, James.
Other than Danny DeVito, I don't care. Fuck J.K. Rowling.
Just pick somebody. Come on.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh,
Come on.
I know.
Okay,
Ooh.
Kristin.
Jim Parkins.
Jim Parsons.
Jim
So
Parsons.
Sheldon himself.
Cooper.
Sheldon Cooper.
Sheldon Cooper.
That would be good. That would be hilarious.
What about you, Ryan?
I'm going with Chevy Chase. Chevy Chase from Caddyshack.
Oh, Jesus.
There it is.
I need Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson playing Grindelwald, laying the rock bottom down on Dumbledore. That would be
and I need
great.
him to have the Dwayne Johnson voice, like not be British at all.
If you smell what the Grindelwald is cooking.
Grindelwald is here for your teeth.
No, I got one.
Okay.
Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell. That's a good answer.
That is a pretty good
Wrong
answer.
answers only, not
No.
correct answers.
Bruce
I mean, Dwayne Johnson's pretty good at it.
He's like magic spells, groovy.
Fucking groovy. Sorry, I love Bruce Campbell. He's my favorite.
Bruce Campbell. Like that would be cool.
What about you? What's your wrong answer?
I just told you. It's Chevy Chase, bro.
Yeah, it's maybe.
From Caddyshack.
That's
Just
fair.
he'd be like, magic spells. Magic spells. Another one over there. Deflect spell. No.
Oh no. What's his name?
And then every time he has a spell, it's I'm alright. Song's back on. You got a dancing gopher. Like, let's do it. What did you have? Did you think of something?
Yeah, but I lost it
Oh, okay.
because I'm like one sheet to the win.
One sheet to win. That's a perfect place to be right now. So that's your one sheet to the win and not two. There's some more nerd news that I wanted to share, and that's we finally got a confirmed date when WandaVision is coming out.
I saw that and I'm excited.
It will premiere January 15th of next year. We're not getting it this year.
Of
It's
course.
a New Year's present. So,
We'll fuck this year.
get Disney Plus if you want to see WandaVision. Great show. It looks like a great show.
Oh, you know what else I saw?
Huh.
The Sylvester
Stallone.
Stallone is officially confirmed to be in the new Suicide Squad movie cast.
Good old Big
I
Sly.
wonder what he's playing.
I don't
Probably
know.
somebody he's going to go against him.
They haven't said yet, but old Sylvester Stallone, Rocky himself, is going to be a part of the
Real
cast.
Sylvester.
I wonder how ripped this character needs to be.
Oh, ripped like a motherfucker.
Like super ripped.
Like
'Cause
rock ripped.
I feel like Sylvester Stallone is just always at the gym if he's not acting.
Oh
Yeah.
no, that's The Rock. I think Sylvester Stallone hangs out with his like 3 kids all the time.
Wait.
Probably.
The Rock also has his kids.
He has like 12 kids.
But you know how, do you know how many
Got lots of
hours The Rock spends at the gym?
Like
That's his
12
job.
hours a day.
It's his fucking job.
I would too.
He
if I
used to
was
eat
The
like
Rock.
80
Come on.
pizzas a day and work out for like 7 hours.
He'll
Like, could you imagine?
he'll like have a bowl of pasta that's bigger than me.
Right?
Alright.
He's like, ooh, this is good. This will be a good snack.
This
You're
is
a
my
good snack.
this is my 3rd meal today.
Sometimes. Yeah.
4 more meals today.
He has like it's like, what was it, like a 10 meal plan?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's
great.
ridiculous.
And he doesn't eat a lot every portion unless it's just cheat days. Then he eats like 4 pizzas.
Yeah, but it's like 6,000 calories a day.
But he eats nothing but like fish and veggies, chicken veggies. It's like it's crazy.
It's all.
Have you
protein.
ever seen the video of him eating like a big ass pizza?
Yeah.
Within
He eats
like
like 2 pizzas. He's like, he just shoves it in.
Mhm.
I'm like, he was waiting for that day. He's
Okay.
like, I'm packing on some muscles.
So,
Pizza day.
just speaking of The Rock, my favorite video of him is when he's with his one of his youngest daughters, Tia, and he's singing the little rap from Moana, and he goes,
From Maui.
yeah, he was Maui. He goes, hey Tia, do you think Daddy's Maui? She goes, no.
No.
Do you want to listen to the song again? Yeah. And I'm like, oh,
That's adorable.
dude.
For being such a huge wrestler, dude, he is like the best dad.
I was listening to that earlier. And he was like
is-
actually singing to her.
Okay, so his daughter is beautiful. His oldest daughter, I'm sorry, looks too much like him, and it's weird. Like,
It's okay.
but his youngest
She's still beautiful.
daughters are gorgeous. Maybe because they're in that like 3 or 4 year stage when they're like between a year, like born and 5. They're the cutest. After they hit 5, they start getting goofy.
Yeah, well, ours is too. You know, ours is he's freaking goofy.
Do you think in real life he like avoids references to his whole career? Do you think like in the morning he'll be like, "Hey, I'm gonna make pancakes. Hey kids, do you smell?"
Oh, what the rock? It's cooking. Yes,
No.
it's pancake.
No, he's gonna be like, do you smell what your daddy's cooking?
What your daddy's cooking.
Right.
He probably says that to his wife too, but it's.
Ew. Ew.
That's
Ew.
just too. Hi.
This man is too wholesome for that.
That's
Um,
gross.
Too wholesome.
I'm over
What can I say except you?
Yeah, so. Oh, I don't know. It's been a good night. I guess a while back we went to go see if we could get a house, right? This is
Yeah.
random. I know, it's so weird. Nobody gives a crap, but we're gonna say it anyway. We were trying to get a house with all three of us, and houses are expensive.
They suck at life.
We got money, but not like the down payment that you need for that.
Yeah.
So we decided we're gonna start documenting. We have a box. No, I need to get all the comics off. Come on.
See,
As you can see,
this is our house.
This is what I do with comics right now.
We literally build
These
these
are all the new
piles.
ones. Don't be worried.
This is the nerd house. Anything that we're searching for
Whoa,
already
whoa,
has a pile of
whoa!
comics
Don't
on top
don't
of it.
touch comics. You're
Look, there's my
dropping them
Tank Girl.
all. God.
There's my thing, girl.
Anything you're looking for here already has a pile of comics on it.
Munch Bros in the Nerdverse. We are trying to save up for a house.
So we can put piles of comics
So we can put a pile of comics everywhere. Like, I'll put it everywhere.
everywhere.
Literally, if you look over there, there's boxes of comic books over there, and there's like 5 more in our 6, 7 more in our room.
It's okay. The comics that fell are safe. Just let you know.
Yeah.
No wrinkles, no dings.
We put condoms on them.
We did. We got boarded condoms. Yeah, we're gonna save up for a lot of money.
We need a Munch house.
We need a Munch house, and we'll be able to do this better. We'll be able to get more cameras and shit like that. That'd be great.
Be cool if we had help. So help us by sharing us, and we can get sponsors. Come on, do it.
That'd be great.
Do it.
Man,
Do it.
Just listen to my show. I don't even give a shit about sponsors. Just
Right.
listen. I mean, if I can make somebody happy, I'll be very happy about that.
Well, we make
So-
the beer man happy.
Well, yeah.
He's not
We,
on right
we,
now.
we got a few people that we make happy. He's in Tahoe. He's in Tahoe
bastard.
getting drunk.
I know. lucky
Before
bastard.
his whole state gets shut down, just like ours probably will be.
Yeah, that's true.
Remember, kids, don't be a dick and don't hoard toilet paper and water because those places aren't shutting down.
Wash your hands and your ass.
Yeah, it's like you take a shit, you don't need like 80 fucking rolls.
Nope.
So,
Hoarding is for jerks.
hoarding is for jerks, and assholes are the ones who hoard them and then sell them for like 10 times the amount.
Right.
So,
Report those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
but that's all I got for tonight, other than we got the Tank Girl one-liner. That's what we used to call it. Now it's the Kristin. What do you think? What do you think you should call it? One-liner still?
Yeah, or Kristin's words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom. Ooh. That's got a nice roll off the tongue. Kristin's words of wisdom. Sounds like a wonderful world of Disney. Kristin's world of wisdom. Words of wisdom. I can't even say it right.
So are we?
Kristin's world of wizarding wisdom.
World of
No,
wizarding wisdom.
That's awful. I don't like that.
Give me some words of wisdom.
Okay. I used to think an ocean of soda existed, but it was just a fantasy.
A fantasy. Wanna fanta, don't
Don't you wanna fanta? Don't you wanna?
Now, would that C? What flavor would that C be? Would it be orange?
It'd be grape.
Who loves orange soda?
Kel loves orange soda. Is it true? Mm-hmm. I do. Ooh.
What was the deal with that kid on that show?
He
Kel was the
loved
best.
orange soda.
He was the best, but like that was a little bit like intense for orange soda. Like
I think my favorite thing that he does is goes, ow, oh, ooh. Like, I think that was my favorite part because anytime Keenan said something, he goes, oh. Like he didn't want to do it.
I love how expressive he was. He did make my childhood.
Well, everybody was.
All that.
Well, okay,
That's true.
remember the rumor about him being dead and he came back and said, I'm not fucking dead! You assholes! Like, I'm not fucking dead, I'm here! And then he came back into the new All That and he did all his characters besides, Who Loves Orange Soda. He did the coach, he did Pizza Face, who else did he do? He did a few other ones and then New All That.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
So, the
more you know.
Kristin's words of wisdom. Fantasy. Alright, nerds, that's all we got for you tonight. We will see you at the same time. Oh, and the C-list villains just showed up, and
Who?
we're about to end.
Who?
The C-list villains.
Hey,
That's
you
probably
missed
E-Man.
it.
We
Hi.
missed it, but we love you guys. We still watch you and listen to you. They all said hi, so I'm gonna say hi. Hi.
Hi.
But that's all we have for you tonight. We'll be back next Saturday, like always. Yeah, he says all hella late. It's okay. It's okay.
We even advertised this, saying that.
It's okay. They're busy. Everybody's busy.
Yeah,
Everybody's
but you know
busy.
what? You can also just rewatch this whole thing when we post it.
Yeah, rewatch it. Listen to it later. Look at this face.
For free.
Look at this face for free.
Oh, I thought
You
you were.
can listen to
I
this
thought you were having them look at this beautiful face.
anytime. I think we got like 25 episodes now. This will be up tomorrow, sometime later, and you can listen to the whole thing from there on Buzzsprout, Spotify, supposedly Pandora now. So I guess we don't say fuck you anymore, but it's not on there yet. So still kind of fuck you. iTunes, Deezer, you know,
Alexa, TuneIn,
Alexa, TuneIn, all that stuff.
Podchaser.
Yeah, all the small ones too. The big ones, the small ones. Google, iTunes, I said that, but
It's everywhere.
Spotify.
Big, small, we're all on it.
He's seeing the face and he's listening, he said. So good. I'm glad. We love when you listen because we listen to you.
Yay.
Check out the C-List Villains. They do a great comic book podcast, and they have some people on there too. So definitely listen to them.
All right.
But that's all we have for you tonight, and we love y'all, and we'll see you very soon.
Bye.
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 Oh God, look at that face.
You can't do it like I can.
Why can't I?
Because I'm more beautiful.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
We love y'all.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Good episode length, and I feel it was good energy.
Yeah, it got better. We always start out rough, but then we get really good at it.
So what should the title be? Mullet Talks?
Let James come up with that. He's better at
What do you
coming up
want the
with things
title
off
to be?
the
Well,
whim
I'm
like that.
posting it on, go to our bathroom. What should, the title be?
On where?
Instagram.
Whatever you're gonna name